Welcome to Nova Space Stories. Today Nova is exploring a strange and unsettling question. Do you know what would happen if the sun suddenly disappeared? The sun is the center of our solar system. It provides the light and heat that make life on Earth possible, and its gravity holds the entire solar system together. Every planet, asteroid, and comet orbits the sun because of its enormous gravitational pull. But imagine that, in a single instant, the sun vanished. No explosion. No warning. Just gone. What would happen next? Surprisingly, the first few minutes would feel completely normal. That's because light from the sun does not reach Earth instantly. It takes about 8 minutes for sunlight to travel the 150 million kilometers between the sun and our planet. This means that even if the sun suddenly disappeared, Earth would continue receiving sunlight for about 8 more minutes. For those 8 minutes, everything on Earth would look exactly the same. The sky would still be bright, the sun would still appear in the sky. Nova might not notice anything unusual at all, but exactly 8 minutes later, everything would change. The sunlight would suddenly vanish. The sky would turn dark. Even in the middle of the day, stars would become visible almost instantly. And at that exact same moment, something else would happen. Gravity would disappear. The sun's gravity is what keeps Earth moving in a stable orbit. Without it, our planet would no longer follow its circular path around the sun. Instead, Earth would continue moving in a straight line through space. Nova's home planet would become a wandering world, drifting through the galaxy. The other planets would experience the same fate. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the rest of the solar system would all travel away from the location where the sun once existed. But the biggest problem would quickly become temperature. Without the sun's energy warming our planet, Earth would begin to cool down rapidly. Within just a few days, average global temperatures would drop below freezing. In a week, the temperature could fall to around -40 degrees Celsius. Most plants would die quickly without sunlight, stopping photosynthesis. As plants disappear, the entire food chain would begin to collapse. And within months, the surface of Earth would become an extremely cold and hostile environment. Over time, the oceans would begin to freeze from the top down. A thick layer of ice would slowly form across the planet's oceans. However, the deepest parts of the oceans might remain liquid for a very long time. That's because Earth still contains internal heat generated by radioactive decay and geological activity deep inside the planet. In theory, some forms of life could survive near hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, where heat from Earth's interior keeps water warm. Even in total darkness, life might continue in these deep ocean environments. But for most life on Earth, the disappearance of the sun would be catastrophic. The sun is not just a bright object in the sky. It is the engine that powers nearly every process on our planet. Fortunately, this scenario is extremely unlikely. The sun is about 4.6 billion years old, and scientists estimate it will continue shining for roughly another 5 billion years. Eventually, it will expand into a red giant star before shedding its outer layers and leaving behind a dense stellar core. But that is a story for a very distant future. For now, Nova can safely continue exploring the universe under the steady light of our star. Because without the sun, life on Earth would be almost impossible. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic journey. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more space stories.